Oh, we. Hey, I thought I was being clever there. Hey, it's Monday. It's Yvonne here from Women's Fitness Adventures. Welcome to Monday Night Live. It's lovely to have you here, and welcome to all of you who are live, and welcome to those of you who are watching the replay. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, and I look forward to sharing some questions and topics around balance that have come across my desk this week in conversations and in emails and letters and all sorts of things. So I look forward to sharing those with you. Please go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Remember, I can't see you. So whatever you're wearing, regardless of whatever you're doing, unless you put your name in there, I can't, or make a comment, I can't see you at all. So you can be shy and anonymous, or you can just speak up and be my buddy alongside. So hello, Patricia. Welcome. You're just such a wonderful supporter and wonderful member. So happy to have you here. Now, tonight I will keep you about 20 minutes, not too long tonight. I have our Couch to Mountain program following this. So let's see who's checked in. Cherie, hi Cherie from Ningi. Hope you're feeling better. Hi Rosie from the Blue Mountains. Good to see you. Hi Laurie from Stanthorpe. And hi Narelle from Lennox. We've got everyone everywhere today. We're spreading ourselves all across the country. Andrea from Brisbane, hello as well. I hope that everyone is well and staying well. It certainly is wherever you are in the world right now, and hopefully Irma and Trish over in the USA are listening in as well. So I hope that you guys are well, who are members of ours. Hope you guys are well too. And hi, Kerry. So today I want to talk about balance, and balance not only of the mind, but of the spirit and of the body as well. And hi, Annie. Welcome to Monday Night Live. So I was reminded this week just how important balance is to my world, and how important it is for me to move every single day. Now, hiking is my passion, it's my hobby, it's also my business, and how for me exercise is baked into my everyday. So imagine my discomfort when we broke for Christmas on the 20th of December, and sometime in that space my son contracted COVID, my 19-year-old, and so our whole family of 4 found ourselves in isolation and could not leave the house. And COVID still has a fair bit of stigma attached, so it took me a little while to I didn't really come out and tell anyone. So it still has a little bit of stigma attached. Now, the rest of us didn't get it. We were very, very fortunate and kind of made sure that my son stayed where he was meant to be. But we didn't leave the house for a week. And for me, who has exercise baked into her every day, I realized just how important movement is to my every single day. And movement for balance, for me, for balance physically, to get the balance right in my head, and to get that balance right of all work and no play makes Yvonne a very dull girl, which is what came out in our newsletter this afternoon for members. Let me just check in. Margaret is in Rockhampton waiting to fly home. Hi, Margaret. Hope that you're well. Kay, you have a new grandson. Congratulations. That's very exciting. And Cherie says congratulations as well. So I realized just how important movement is to my everyday, and whether I and if I look back over my entire life, my entire 55 years, soon to be, well, not soon, 56 later this year, that movement, or all of the things about balance, have been part of my life. I just didn't realize it. And last week gave me the opportunity, locked down for 7 days, not able to go anywhere, to have a look at the things that make up my life and make up the balance. And please, if you've got questions or conversations, you agree, you disagree, then just jump in and, speak up, forever say your piece. So balance of the mind for me is that I'm always a lifelong learner. There's always something that I'm wanting to learn, to see, to do, and having that hiker's mindset, in that thirst for knowledge, that thirst for more, that the seeking to understand and being curious about the world, really puts you in a place of balance, because I don't let the mind become complacent. And as much as change is is not something I rapidly embrace, certainly the change over the past 2 years, but, change or staying where we are and staying stuck isn't a good thing, but always challenging the mind, asking the questions, wondering what if, what's behind that corner, what's around the bend, what will I find, learn, see, and do about myself as I go on that journey. And that is the hiker's mindset, and it's also, when I look back over all my years, my mindset as well. Balance of the body is linked to balance of the mind, because if we are strong and stable through our core, and I say this when we do our functional fitness sessions live to our members and on demand in our members section as well, having access to a whole lot of videos, stability or balance through the entire body has a really positive effect on the mind. Now, really important that we have great balance as we with each and every passing birthday. And the reason for that is balance is one of the senses, and senses can get lost over time, but balance is one that we can actually work on and improve. And our great saying for all of you, all of you that have listed here that you're watching, inside our membership, we're always talking about being able to stand up and put your undies on. And that is a great measure of how your balance is. And your balance as in strong through the torso. Now, when we're hiking, we really want great strength through our torso, because as soon as we put a backpack on, and the heavier the backpack, so if you're doing a multi-day hike, the heavier that backpack, the more you're going to be pulled back, like so. So having that strength through the torso will allow us to hold that weight on our back and to keep ourselves upright, not crunched over and our shoulders hunching in and our hips forcing in, but standing upright. Balance will also give us stability through the center, so that we can carry that particular amount of weight, but we can also move forward confidently with that weight on as well. Balance also gives us confidence. When we have that ability to balance with our pack on or off, and knowing that if we get ourselves into a position where we could potentially fall, we have the balance and leg stability and strength to correct ourselves, gives us confidence, and confidence gives us freedom. Now, I'm just going to pop some chats in here. So Therese, who is one of our members, says, I'm sure my injury would have been worse if I had not been doing the functional exercises. And Therese, unfortunately, I hope you don't mind, Therese did break a leg, fell over, well, not fell over, in a unseen hole as she was walking along, like a sinkhole that opened up, and broke her leg. And that's fantastic, Therese. I think the stronger, like when we have an injury and something happens, or something major, and our fitness is here, we kind of get back up to it. But if we haven't focused on our strength, and I know Mandy's comment is actually the next one, then we don't ever get back up above here. So Mandy says, also a member, having recently had an operation, all of my balance training was more important than ever. It was the little things like putting on your undies. So glad I worked on this in the past few months. And, whilst, and in the newsletter, I demonstrated not the undies, but the socks again today, because it is so important. And I know if Ellen's watching now or later on, her goal when she's 90, her and her friend, is to be able to put their undies on standing up, or socks on standing up. So, imagine getting up in the middle of the night, as we do, to go to the toilet, and our eyes are half shut and we're kind of walking around. We want to make sure that we've got that strength through our torso, that great balance there. So balance in that sense, the physical sense, but also balance in what our day looks like, what our structure of our day. So balance in our movement. So getting some movement in every day or throughout the day. Hi, Sue. Getting balance, so getting our work-life harmony, balance, structure, right? And also balance in finding our own path. So not, and this is again a hiker reference, is the path that someone else takes isn't necessarily the path that you take. And so getting that balance of the body right, that balance of the mindset right, the two are really closely linked in my mind. And then balance of the spirit. Find what feels good. So, for me, it's being outdoors, and I was back outdoors today after being, literally trapped inside for 12 days. Getting outside, getting into the bush, having that great Mother Nature wrap her beautiful arms around me. And he says here, sports injury resulting in total knee replacement reinforced my need for balance. Absolutely. And, it can happen to any one of us at any time, that need for injury. So if you are sitting there wondering what on earth all these ladies are saying all these wonderful things, we do have a membership, and just put the banner up there. Membership to Women's Fitness Adventures is open right now. So if you're interested, click on that link, womensfitnessadventures.com/join membership. But also, in terms of balance, the other thing is having the balance of conversations in your head. And I know that, certainly the times right now that we're experiencing in the world, and at my house, we actually have switched off from the news for the past 14 days, is that can heighten our levels of anxiety or uncertainty or worry. And then that can lead us to having conversations in our head. So trying to get that balance of, what we can control and what we can't control, and moving forward, knowing what's in our world and what's not in our world. So balance is kind of not just the physical, I can stand on one leg and I can stand there for 2 minutes and then I can do it with my eyes shut. Balance is balance of the mind, balance of the body, and balance of the spirit. And as I said before, work and no play makes someone very dull. And, that was me last week in my isolation, having, work literally to focus on. And, at the end of each day, I was tired. I was exhausted because I hadn't had the opportunity to give myself the balance that I needed throughout the day. So I had a couple of conversations during the week that came across my desk through Facebook and through emails as I was looking after our admin during the week. And I was recently asked about, a woman's fitness level. What fitness level did I need to be to join or to do anything? And I think that this is one of the things that holds women, and women over 50 in particular, back, is that we don't think we can join into anything, whatever that is, until we feel that we know how to do it, because we don't want to risk being seen that we're not capable of it, or that we will be last or not good at it, or I should know how to do it. So we just hold ourselves back from participating because we feel that we don't have the skill set. And I say no to that. It is all about getting back in there and giving something a go, regardless of whatever fitness level you're at. It's really important that you start right now. And, it's a use it or lose it. And my 21-year-old daughter has had a foot injury for a couple of years, and she finally got a diagnosis on it. And because she was so active at school, and then she stopped doing all that active stuff, and then the pandemic came along and she wasn't able to participate, and when she did go back to it, she had a stress fracture in her foot. And because of the way her foot's structured and hadn't done anything for a long time, that's what caused it. And it was basically keep using it or keep losing it. And we say that a lot in terms of our mental, like doing crosswords and puzzles and bridge and all sorts of things. But in terms of our physical, we need to think about that too, the use it or lose it. It doesn't have to be far, it doesn't have to be fast. It can be whatever, it just has to be. Because 2 years have gone, 730 days have gone since the pandemic started. And if we talk about balance, and if we talk about I'm waiting until, that won't come. 730 days have passed. So let's tip that balance over in your favor, and don't let that one day be the one day that never comes, to start something new, to get that balance in your life. And I know Mandy, who is watching, has really done that, and Mandy will be a guest on our member stories coming up in a couple of weeks, has tipped the balance back in her favor from working a lot to now having this wonderful balance. And we saw Mandy say earlier that she has worked on her balance over the past couple of months. And so Mandy's got another comment here. Absolutely. I don't think I've ever known balance as much as I do now since joining Women's Fitness Adventures. And we do always talk about balance. We do always talk about stability. We do always talk about these life skills that transfer over to hiking, which is the environment that we operate in. Cherie says, injury doing gardening has put me back a bit and I haven't been able to walk, but I've swum every day and exercised in the pool. Today I had 40 lengths of my 15-metre pool. Well, lucky you to have such a beautiful pool on such a hot day in this climate. But injury can set us back, but it's how we deal with it. And it's that balance, that conversation in my head. In your head that we have is we can define ourselves by whatever throws at us, or we can go, that's just one part of what's happening. Let's get the balance right. Let's get the big picture of me as a whole person and what is balance to me. What is balance physically, what is balance emotionally, and what is balance spiritually to me as well. So Annie says, that's me and I'm over 70. In May 2019, I did a 5-day hike in the national parks of Utah and need to get back to that fitness. Yeah, and look, the last 2 years have been crazy. They've thrown a lot at us that none of us ever expected. None of us have ever lived through before. We don't have any precedent. We don't have any rules. We don't, some people don't know how to behave, and it appears that kindness has been thrown out the window. But if we can get balance in ourselves and focus on the things we can control, that movement every day makes such a difference in here. Like for me, it does. I figured out, before I went into ISO and we were kind of on our holiday break, that I need to move every day, but I need to move every morning. I need to move every morning before the world takes over, and no one can then take that away. No matter what happens in the entire day, no one can take away the fact that I've done my movement in the morning. And then that has a positive effect on my entire rest of the day. And, it might have taken me 55 years to figure that out. I'd just been literally doing it all the time. But it was kind of an aha moment not too long ago. And if you have one of those moments, I'd love to know. So, the whole goal of balance is let's tip the balance in your favor. Because we want that one day, for whatever it is for you, we want that one day to be today, not tomorrow, because we know tomorrow never comes. Now, Rosie, who we've known for quite a while, says, I can't do a day without a hike. It's so integral now to my day. Good mind, strong body, happy feet, and a good day because of the hike. Absolutely. And we're outside. We're in fresh air. We're in Mother Nature, who, that forest bathing from Japan has such relevance to all of us. We're Mother Nature, most of us, we all have mothers, and we know that the love and care that Mother gives us. Mother Nature does that too. She wraps her arms around us and gives us precisely what we need when we get out there and be in her company. Patricia Phillips, she's just saying hello to someone. And Vanessa says, hello, I'm a little bit late, but I'm enjoying the garden in the cool. Yeah, it is quite a warm day today. So I just want to recap on balance. If you're just coming in, or if you have been here and kind of wondering what tangents I've gone off onto today, is that balance is about 3 things. Balance is about the mind. So let's be a lifelong learner. Let's adopt that hiker's mindset. And if for those of us who are hikers, let's adopt that hiker's mindset of being curious, of being open, of being on a journey, of immersing ourselves in what's presented in front of us. And we can do that whether we're going near or nearer, and soon we'll be able to go far. But we can have that be open to everything. Give ourselves space, give ourselves intention, give ourselves time. Balance of the mind, balance of the body, that movement every day. And that movement every day just keeps lifting that bar a little bit higher and higher for you, because it's our compounding fitness that we've spoken about for years now, that each and every day that you do something, you're building on what you've done the day before. It's that old saying, the best day to plant a tree is yesterday, the next best day is today. And if you live in Southeast Queensland, where I do, and it's rained and now it's so humid, you can literally see things growing, and you can literally, if you commit to that movement every day, doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how far, it just needs to be, you will see that constant improvement. And Cherie, 73 in July, happy birthday for July, and never had the opportunity to do this before. And that's it. Let's just take, age is just a barrier, or not a barrier. Sorry, age is not a barrier. Age is a number. And, somebody, that's one other thing I wanted to share before I finish up. Somebody put on our Facebook page today, because our theme for members for the month is all about balance. balance in all these things, is that I was standing there doing a pose, one leg raised to the side, and they said, oh, that's okay if you're young. Well, you know what? That I think I've spoken about this before. The study with Roger Federer and Serena Williams is that at the top of their game, they can still be at the top of their game. You just need a little bit more recovery time. But we also need at the other end, if we're functionally fit, if we're strengthening all those muscles that support the joints, and we're making ourselves functionally strong to minimize falls, to minimize injuries, then we can do and continue to do these things. And if you don't use it, you will lose it. So, and Patricia says, me too. Okay, so we've got lots of great birthdays coming up this year. It's so good to be getting fit. Yeah, because fit is also fit in the mind. And it's just so wonderful to see. And, you know, I was chatting with one of our members today who's a nurse, and she said, you know, I've seen 70, 80-year-old, in this instance, it was men who are fitter and stronger than 30-year-old men, and their mindset and their mentality and their outlook and their focus, and encourages them to heal much faster. So they're the three things on balance. Balance of the mind, balance of the body, balance of the spirit. So if you're watching, and it seems that it's a lot of members watching, which is so wonderful to spend a Monday night with you, then I really look forward to connecting with you this week. Our functional fitness is back. Our book club starts again next week. Our masterclass as well next week. Lots of great things happening. And congratulations to our members who won the My Town Challenge. Patricia, you were one of those who gets a $50 Active Truth voucher, and they will be in contact with you as well. For those of you watching who aren't members, our membership is open right now. So if you want to click on the link that's scrolling across the screen, then womensfitnessadventures.com/join membership. If you know a friend who is a member, then check out with them and they will let us know, because we do have a refer a friend program where adventure dollars are yours to be had. So please check that out and come join an amazing community of women. So that's it from me tonight. I'm heading off to our Couch to Mountain meeting, and I know a couple of the Couch to Mountain girls are watching. Our Couch to Mountain program and our 100K. I did mean you, Patricia. I did. You won a $50 Active Truth voucher, and they are the tights that I wear when I am doing the functional fitness live stream classes. So, and Rosalind, if you're watching, you are one of the winners as well, and Ellen too. So they will be in contact with you over the week. So I did mean you, Patricia. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I think I've now lost track of where I'm at. Yes, so heading off to our Couch to Mountain meeting. Our Couch to Mountain program is our interactive online or hybrid program that ends in a multi-day hike. And then we have a 100-kilometer adventure-ready interactive hybrid program as well. Both of those will be coming out for new programs for 2022, and details will be on our website soon. So if you're not there, then please jump onto our website and register your email address, and you will then get our weekly updates that let you know when it's happening, and our adventure ready for hiking courses, which are totally online, but interactive as well, will be launching next month. So lots and lots of great exciting things happening. Thank you, Kate, for listening in and watching. So that's it for now. I look forward to catching up with you next week. If you have any questions, please jot them down below. Membership is open, womensfitnessadventures.com/join membership. But thank you, lovely members, for showing up and for your contribution. Take care. Please stay well. That is my biggest request of all of you for the next couple of weeks. So stay well, take care, and I'll catch you soon.